RSA Conference, Moss Cone Knee Center, 649 vendors. And somebody built a website that rated all of them on one question. Could a developer replace you in a weekend? The website is called vibecoded.vc. They even included the cursor prompt to do it. They didn't just roast cybersecurity vendors and startups. They left instructions. I know. They left the recipe. RSA Diamond sponsorship costs somewhere north of $500,000. Vibecoded.vc rated your company cooked for free. That's the most asymmetric threat in cybersecurity right now. And it's not coming from China. Yeah. RSA has 4 sponsor tiers: Diamond, Platinum, Gold, and Startup. Vibecoded.vc has 4 tiers too: Actually Hard, Moat for Now, GPT Wrapper, and Cooked. Moat for Now is not a moat. That's a damp spot. A damp spot, I know. Cooked means you could be replaced by a weekend of vibe coding. GPT Wrapper means you already were. You just charged enterprise pricing for it. Moat for Now means you're fine until you're not. And the not is scheduled for sometime around your next board meeting. Actually Hard means congratulations, you can still charge for what you do. For now. For now. Always for now. They reviewed 649 companies. That's not a roast. That's a congressional hearing with catering. With catering, I know. The site's note on SAST and SCA tools. Some product categories are almost entirely red. SAST and SCA, we're looking at you. The companies that scan code for vulnerabilities have been scanned for vulnerabilities. CVSS score, terminal. Not critical, terminal. Check marks. Enterprise static code analysis scans your source code for security flaws. Takes 30 minutes to several hours per scan. Claude does it in 12 seconds. Checkmarks charges $40,000 a year minimum. The cursor prompt to replace them is free and fits in one tweet. One tweet, I know. Sonar Cube, open source core. Enterprise license on top. We charge you for the version of the free thing that has SSO. But that's the whole business. Sonar Cube Community Edition does the thing. Sonar Cube Enterprise Edition does the thing with a login screen and a sales rep. Vibecoded.vc did not need long to color that one. A login screen and a sales rep. That's the moat. No B4. Phishing simulation training. You pay them to send fake phishing emails to your employees and then shame the ones who click. Which is a real product. A real product with real revenue. A real product that any developer could replicate with a prompt, a free SMTP relay, and mild contempt for their coworkers. Mild contempt for their coworkers. That's the secret ingredient. No B4 went public, got taken private, and is now worth billions. Billions of dollars of enterprise spend on fake emails. The phishing prevention industry is more profitable than the actual phishing industry. More profitable than actual phishing. Let that sink in. Cofense. Also phishing simulation. Also training. Also on the RSA floor. There are now more phishing simulation companies at RSA than there are types of phishing attacks. At some point, the market is saturated. You cannot simulate the same phishing email 3 different ways and call it a product portfolio. A product portfolio. Drata. Compliance automation. SOC2 ISO 27001 HIPAA PCI. They connect to your tools, pull evidence, and generate the documents your auditor needs, which is genuinely useful. Until you realize the auditor also uses AI now. So Drata is automating compliance for auditors who are automating compliance review. 2 AIs nodding at each other across a table while a CISO approves the invoice. That's the future of GRC. 2 AIs nodding at each other. I know. Vanta, same as Drata. Compliance automation. They even fight over the same customers. The funniest thing about the compliance automation market is that you now need a spreadsheet to track which compliance automation vendor you use for which framework. That spreadsheet is not compliant with anything. Not compliant with anything, yeah. Now the GPT Wrapper category. A GPT Wrapper is a company that put a system prompt in front of an AI model and called it a product. This is not an insult. This is a go-to-market strategy. It just has a shelf life. A shelf life, right. One company at RSA sells an AI that reads your cloud misconfiguration alerts and explains them in plain English, which is a real use case. It's also the 3rd feature Claude added in the last 2 months. For free. In the same interface people are already using for everything else. The company's response was to add more features. The features are also explainers. The features are also explainers. Compliance report generation as a product. Several companies at RSA exist primarily to take your security data and format it into a document that looks like a compliance report. This is a GPT wrapper with a PDF export button. The report is fine. The Moat is not. A PDF export button. That's the Moat. I know. AI-powered threat briefings. Several vendors on the RSA floor will hand you a glossy report every week summarizing the threat landscape, written by their AI, reviewed by their analysts, branded with their logo. This is a newsletter with a threat intel contract stapled to it. You could subscribe to CISA alerts, feed them to Claude, and get the same briefing in about 45 seconds. The branded logo costs more. The logo costs more, yeah. Every VC in 2024, you need to add AI to your product. Some VCs in 2026 looking at vibe-coded.vc. Oh no. Oh no. A VC told their SAST portfolio company to use AI to improve their product. The company used AI to improve their product. Vibe-coded.vc used AI to evaluate their product. The product is rated cooked. The VC is now writing a thought leadership piece on LinkedIn called The Next Wave of Application Security. The next wave, I know. Nothing in cybersecurity is as confident as a VC telling a founder to lean into AI while simultaneously emailing their LP base about durable moats. Pick one. You can believe in AI disruption, or you can believe your portfolio is protected from AI disruption. The portfolio math only works if you hold both beliefs at the same time and never let them meet in the same room. Never let them meet in the same room. Yeah. The real threat model at RSA 2026 isn't ransomware. It's a developer with Cursor, a weekend, and a vendetta against your pricing. A vendetta against your pricing. I know. Enterprise grade used to mean something. Now, enterprise grade means we added SSO, we have a SOC 2, and our vibe-coded replacement doesn't have either of those yet. It's a 3-month window. Use it wisely. 3 months. Use it wisely. Anthropic announced a code scanning tool, a feature, for Claude. CrowdStrike stock dropped 10%. Not a breach, not an outage. A feature announcement from a different company in a different category. George Kurtz went on LinkedIn and wrote, "An AI capability that scans code does not replace the Falcon platform." He's right, but you don't write that on LinkedIn unless someone implied otherwise. CrowdStrike has 29 modules on their Falcon platform. 29. You start with EDR, and 3 years later, you're buying something called Falcon Discover and Falcon Horizon, and at some point, it stops being a platform and starts being a timeshare. A timeshare, I know. Zscaler's stock is down 32% year to date. Their CEO said, AI cannot replace mission-critical traffic inspection. The market said, interesting thesis, Zscaler has 39 analyst buy ratings and 0 sells. The stock is still down 32%. 39 people think it's a buy. The market is like, we'll get back to you. That's the cybersecurity version of everyone at the party saying they had a great time and then nobody texting you after. Nobody texting you after. Yeah, RSA 2026. 649 vendors. Vibe-coded.vc rated them all for free, in public, with the cursor prompts attached. Some of them are fine. Some of them are moat for now. Some of them are cooked. All of them bought badges. All of them have booths. All of them have a talk on the schedule called something like Beyond Zero Trust, a human-centric approach to AI-native security in the era of autonomous agentic platforms. Autonomous agentic platforms, I know. And here's the beautiful part. Here's why none of this matters, because vibe coding doesn't just threaten the vendors on the cooked list, it saves them too. Every vendor at RSA can now vibe code their way into every other vendor's category. KnowBe4 can add a vulnerability scanner by Thursday. Your SAST tool can ship an identity module by Friday. Checkmarks can become a SIEM. Every platform can become every other platform. By RSA 2027, there will be 12 vendors left, and they will all do exactly the same thing, and none of them will be able to explain what makes them different, and the magic quadrant will just be a square with everyone's logo on it. Go on. A square with everyone's logo on it. Right. And that it is great news. That is genuinely great news for buyers, because right now you have 240 tools in your stack and none of them talk to each other, and your SOC analyst is copying and pasting between 6 dashboards at 2 in the morning. When everything becomes everything, maybe you get to buy one thing, maybe two. Maybe the future of cybersecurity is just 3 platforms, a government mandate, and a very long renewal negotiation. A very long renewal negotiation, I know. So stay calm. The vendors are going to vibe code their way to consolidation. The VCs are going to call it a platform play. The analysts are going to put it in a framework. And in 5 years, someone is going to stand at an RSA keynote and say, "We are proud to announce the most comprehensive unified security platform ever built." And the platform is going to go down at 2 in the morning and take Delta Airlines with it. Again, yeah, stay patched. Buy nothing until the keynote ends, and nobody's updating their LinkedIn to say they're thrilled to announce anything tonight, because we're all too busy copying and pasting between 6 dashboards. I'm Gary Sinfeld.